Hi, my name's Rob Triggs, and this is my story. My backstory, I went off to college and went to electronics school. And when I graduated, I got a job putting cell phones and two-way radios in cars. And someone said, hey, Xerox is hiring. So I went and applied, and I got hired as a service technician. Long story short, I used to go and speak to every new sales class about the technology to simplify it for them. By doing that, the head of the sales training department said, you should go into sales. So I got hired, and the moment of truth came. I had to do my first cold call. So I walk into the office, I see this lady sitting there, this nice receptionist, and I start to say what I needed to say, and I got nervous, I stuttered, I turned bright red, and I quickly turned around and left. So I got about 6 months in, I'm not doing well. I got all this negative self-talk. And my younger brother lived far away, and I was talking to him one night on the phone, and I said, I think I'm just gonna go back to service. I don't think I'm cut out for this. And he said, well, don't do that. I'm gonna send you this book that someone sent me. It's called Success Through a Positive Mental Attitude by Napoleon Hill. So I'm reading this thing, but it's talking to me, it's speaking to me, it's telling me what I should be doing. So anyway, I devoured this thing. I read it quickly. And then I just changed my mental perspective. I did so well that I ended up being the Rookie of the Year at Xerox, which is a big award. But not only that, I was the Sales Rep of the Year. My career flourished from there. Fast forward a little bit more, and a movie came out called The Secret. But The Secret is this documentary about the law of attraction. It drove a point home that there is a very simple way to be successful in life, and it's sitting right there in front of us. And we just have to grasp it and do it. So Success Through a Positive Mental Attitude, that book gave me the foundation, the beginnings of that. The Secret drove it home that there's a lot more to this. And so I started to become a student of what it was teaching us in that movie. Next thing I knew, I was on a plane to San Diego to go meet John Assaraf. In the movie, if you've never seen it, he used to use a vision board. And he would take this vision board and put all the pictures of all the things he wanted to achieve in life. And he took a picture of a home and he put it there. Over the years, he packed it up, moved to a new house, had a family. His young son, in the movie they show all this, his young son, he sees this vision board when they're unpacking, when they moved, and he said, Dad, what's this? And he looked at it and said, that's my vision board, I forgot all about it. And he started to cry, and he said, the house in the picture is the actual house he's living in. I felt compelled to go meet this guy, and I did. I went, sat in that house that was on the vision board, and I ended up working for him for a little while, for a company called OneCoach. That was a very powerful experience for me. There was another person in the movie named Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor's program was all about, he says, thoughts become things. So if you think negative, you're basically manifesting negative. If you think positive, you're manifesting positive things. But then I met Kathleen Cameron. So Kathleen Cameron was a protege of Bob Proctor. Kathleen's another Canadian that wasn't overly happy with her life. She found Bob Proctor, did his program, and jumped in head first. And she uses the word embody, but she embodied the material, and Bob said, like nobody else ever did. So when I met Kathleen, I met her through my wife. My wife was going through one of her programs. I could see my wife change. And so I went through Kathleen's program, and it changed me. And it gave me the structure, and it gave me the tools I needed to go from thoughts become things and actually make that happen in my life. A lot of the success that I've had is based on these principles. And I've been working in business, helping companies grow. I helped a small company go from 6 people to over 100 people and get acquired successfully.
Rob joined us in the time where we were growing quickly, but he helped us grow even more quickly into the largest independent partner in Canada. And for that, we do appreciate everything he's done.
I've learned so much from Rob. I think I am starting to use his analogies. I'm starting to use his stories as if they're my own.
With Rob, the most important lesson I've learned is the relationship between sales and marketing. He calls it smarketing, and the entire company has adapted this term, and we live by it.
He leaves a legacy of a huge number of clients, a vast number of ways in which we've interacted with clients.
He has inspired me to reach for growth in multiple levels.
The past 12 years, from our first personal training session to selling side by side to the biggest logos of my career, you've been there as a friend, and as a mentor.
We're helping people apply these things so they can rapidly get to the success. And knowing how to sell and knowing how to do what I've done in business, applying that in an authentic, genuine way is really what I'm all about. That's who I am. And that's my story.